Hello, welcome back to Oops All Archers, the LTC. Today we're going to be doing Chapter 7, but before that, we're going to have to do some inventory management, everyone's favourite. Just before I forget, I'm going to give this to Vanessa, because she's going to need it on Chapter 8. She can't use it now though, which is a bit annoying. We can store the iron bow, because right now it's not very helpful. Okay. So first of all, we need to go and buy Gilliam some lovely weapons, because I don't yet know how many rounds of combat he's necessarily going to see in this upcoming 2 chapters, which we can't exit to go to the world map between. Anyway, I think that should be enough. I can't see any situation where I'd end up expending 60 uses of Javelin in however many turns it takes. Okay, so this is Waterside Renvall, which is a 3-turn map. In terms of changes that I have made to the map, or rather to the items on the map, I've set all javelins to 255 hit. I've also done the same to steel lances here, and also steel axes. This is because it's very important to be able to heal, to have Natasha heal people where possible. Lastly, I've set this ballista's hit to 0, just because it would be annoying if it were to hit Gilliam. So you may notice that even though this is Chapter 7, a column is not here. That's because it turns out that in the 3-turn clear, it's not physically possible to get column here to steal the energy ring in time. Additionally, due to the fact that I'm rigging combat, I don't think that the energy ring will be that important, but we'll see if I come to regret this statement. And then we just need to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, everyone's starting positions are fine then, actually. Let's go. So first of all, Vanessa moves forward and steel bow crits this soldier here. This means that she levels up actually, which was not something that I originally planned, but it is very useful because it means that now Natasha can stand next to her and heal her. Seth simply moves forward with the iron blade in hand. And then Erica was going to be rescued by Gilliam, who should have the javelin equipped because I would like to train his lance rank, and then flies here. I didn't edit the crit of the javelin, and in order for him to kill the mage, he needs to actually crit. But this is something that's about 50% likely to happen, so if it doesn't work out, which it didn't, I'm just gonna reset. Okay, give me a moment and I will be back. Okay, we're back in an alternate timeline where Gilliam did in fact crit this mage over here. Okay, cool. So, on the enemy phase, Vanessa just got attacked, which means that she can now go and kill the soldier from this position. It's important that Vanessa moves first before Natasha heals, because it's going to be very important for the next healing turn. And then Seth just runs over in iron blades. Gilliam, still holding onto javelin, now lands directly in front of the boss and drops Erica. Oh, the reason why I didn't set the crit to set the jab to 100 crit is because this boss here has life and death, which would mean that if he crits Gilliam, Gilliam does still die. So Seth gets kill and gets another level, meaning that he's actually got the exact stats he would need to 1-round KO for Matisse. Yeah. There we go. So Gilliam gains his first level as a Wyvern Knight. And we get another promotion item. More people try to attack Seth, not realizing that he's the demigod he is. Funnily enough, because of how much damage Gilliam has now taken, this means that now the archers target him instead of Erica, which they did previously. It means more Gilliam experience, so I'm not going to complain. Anyway, it was important that Natasha moved after Vanessa did, so that she can run up and heal Seth for a tiny bit more weapon experience. Because when we have this few turns, every little bit counts. Vanessa can kill either of these two as they're the exact same level. And she finally gets to weapon rank C, which is fantastic because now it means she can use the Shining Bow, which would hopefully speed up the rate at which we can train her. Doesn't matter which enemy Seth kills here either because they're all the same levels too. So we're just going to go for the closest by one. So Gilliam's still here, and he can just go and kill one of these two. Since the fighter is a high level, we're just going to go there. And that means that now Erica can seize on what is a free turn clear of this map, achieved using a unit that should definitely not be able to fly normally. And in terms of updates, Vanessa's gained a level. Natasha has now gained slightly more weapon experience because she's been able to heal on all 3 turns, that's 9 more. And Erica is still not closer to getting to level 4. Like I said, it doesn't matter. So now we seize, and this takes us immediately to Chapter 8, which is It's a Trap. So I'm going to leave this here because I'm going to have to do some edits to the weapons on the enemies on the next map. Anyway, thank you for watching and hope to see you again for Chapter 8.